Hey there, superstars. His name is Aaron, and he forgot to charge his phone last night.
His name's Tommy, and he's the fastest draw in the West.
And you're listening to the Superpod Saga! That's right. It's another episode of your favorite podcast featuring Aaron and Tommen. Tommen.
We're not even halfway through.
It's your favorite podcast featuring Aaron and Tommy, Superpod Saga. This is the podcast where one of us brings a different video game topic to the table to discuss it. We're going to keep talking about different topics until we run out of topics to talk about.
And tables, and we'll eventually run out of tables.
Eventually, yeah, we've gone through a lot of tables. You wouldn't believe all the tables we go through.
We've went to a lot of Goodwills.
A lot of Goodwill. We started at Home Depot, but it got too spendy.
Then those IKEA ones just don't stay together, and there's always those leftover little nuts and bolts.
We had to go so far to go to. Do you have an IKEA near you?
Oh hell no, we have to go to Minneapolis.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say the nearest one to me is like 3 to 4 hours away. But you know what IKEA doesn't have? Video games.
Oh, okay.
And that's what we talk about. It's video games. But where can people find us on social media to catch up with all our antics?
Yeah, they can go to superpodsaga.com. You can find all of our previous episodes, our blog, our our social medias, as well as our support page if they want to check out our Patreon or Ko-fi or Ko-fi, however you say it.
Yeah, we got Patreon too. I'm gonna be doing a new a side quest. I've got a fun game to talk about, so look forward to that when I remember to do it on my drive home.
Nice, cool.
Yeah. Let's see. I picked the topic for today. No, we have another section first.
We do, yeah.
Well, okay, we're gonna talk about our favorite video game achievements, and I had in mind like actual achievements or PlayStation trophies, but we can talk about like in-game like things that we accomplished that are cool too. And we asked our Discord server what their favorite ones were. So we're gonna read from those. And if you want to have your answer read on the podcast, you can go to our Discord as well.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, I'll start it off. Whipple Effect said unlocking Green Hill Zone in Sonic Adventure 2 back on the Dreamcast. I don't know what that means, but I never did that, so that's an achievement.
That is. And then Zodiac, he says obtaining a then $250 game for $7.
Yeah, that in today's world, or I don't know when he did that, but getting any game for cheap is a miracle.
Unless you have Game Pass.
Rick Firestone said, reaching the rank of champ in Rocket League as someone who only solo queues. Is it the most impressive thing or the highest rank? No, but I am 30 or 40 years old and do not have the time these kids have to train in this game every single day. As someone who was trying to be an amateur professional Rocket League player, that is absolutely an accomplishment, especially with solo queue. You have to have amazing patience and being able to learn about your partners and how they play and trying to match it to actually win games. Good job, Rick.
And then Adam, Revival and Extinction, he says getting a legit complete Pokedex in GS and RS. Is that
Gold, Silver, Ruby, Sapphire.
Ah, okay. Yeah, my brain stopped for a second. Lining up at Kmart for those mythicals.
Oh dang, yeah. He went all the way to Kmart. Whew.
Damn.
That's cool. A real achievement. Yeah, good job, Adam. T. Samps said completing the Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Zombies Burger Town Easter egg with randoms with 0 comms.
Holy shit, okay. That
yeah,
is
all right. Everyone applaud T. Samps.
Yes. And then Real Dave Jackson, he says getting a completed Pokedex in Pokemon Red and Crystal. That's cool.
That's always a good feeling. That's always good. Jameson Bar Silence said, I probably have others, but earlier this year, I played NBA 2K23 in an esports event that is part of the NBA 2K League. I haven't played 2K or even really a basketball game in general since the Dreamcast, and I'm very proud of coming in third. LOL. Actually, much for the same reasons as Rick, I don't have time to practice like the kids do, but I beat them anyways. Heck yeah, give it to them kids.
That is cool. Holy shit. In third. Yeah. That's sweet. Colby Moyer, he says, getting Platy and my bad, I already messed it up. Getting a Platy on FF7 remake and completing a master mode Breath of the Wild run with 0 deaths, completed all main quests and champions bout. Holy
Holy
shit!
cow!
Oh,
Jeez,
that's cool, man.
that's extremely impressive.
That's
I
super
can't
impressive.
imagine how much time that would have taken.
No deaths. Like I feel like I run off of cliffs completely by accident. Die.
I'm barely making it through real life with 0 deaths.
Yeah.
Anubis Hero said, getting legend rank in Hearthstone with my own deck build. Absolutely impressive. And we are always in favor of doing your own deck builds here on Super Pod
Yes.
Saga.
Yes. Fuck the competitive builds.
Yes.
Chris Tover says clearing every single question mark on the entire Witcher 3 map. Waste of fucking time that was.
Yes.
That's
I
impressive.
know the
But yeah.
feeling, though. I know the feeling of being like, I can't just leave it. I have to get them all. And then you do, and you're like, yep.
I did it. And your eyes are all bloodshot, and your hands are like, you've got like rheumatoid arthritis in your fingers.
You look at the wall, and you just see question marks popping up. Ryan Player 1 said, I got a platinum trophy in Returnal. Good job.
That's
That
pretty
also
cool.
sounds insanely difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this is another one, but yeah, Chris Topher again says, "Oh yeah, Returnal and Hades all achievements. Thanks, COVID.
Thanks,
That's
COVID. I
that's
did get
still
through a lot of
incredibly
games
cool.
in COVID. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Chan said, I beat Emerald Weapon with Kate Sith's slot machine kill limit break back in the day.
that's
I,
cool.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
That's like you might as well just be speaking a foreign language to you.
It is, yeah.
Dude, this next one's hella impressive. Getting Excalibur 2 and FF9 with no hacks/cheats. That's nuts. Because you have to like run through the game in 20 hours, I think. All 4 discs in 20 hours.
Huh. That's okay. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. That's Steiner's best weapon in Final Fantasy 9.
We could talk about Final Fantasy IX some other time because I played a bunch of that one. Back parentheses Jody said, I got 2. I 100% Spyro the Dragon, a lot of collectibles in that one. Other than that, I beat Echo Tides of Time when I was 8, figured it out
Ooh,
even when my 22-year-old brother couldn't. That's awesome.
that is cool. And that's it.
That's it. Wow,
Nice.
those were good ones. I feel inadequate.
I do too. I feel like a lot of the shit that I'm going to say today won't be nearly as cool as any of this stuff.
Absolutely. But yeah, like I said, go and join the Discord, and then you can answer our questions too. You could probably ask us questions. I mean, we're not picky. We like talking to people.
Yeah, we do lots of top 7s.
Oh, I need to do more of those top
That's it.
7s.
Yeah, or the $1 million ideas. I should have just made it a regular channel. I don't know why I made it into like an FAQ, but hey, whatever.
I like it. But we're here to talk about ours. That's enough of the fans. They got their time in the sunlight. Now it's our turn to like really impress the listeners, right?
That's right. God damn it, it's our time.
It's our time. So I'll start it off. Thankfully on Steam, it actually sorts your achievements. You can sort it by rarity. And as of right now, as of recording, I've gotten exactly 999 achievements on Steam. I just need one more to cross 1,000.
Oh my
But
god.
my rarest achievement, one that only 1% of players have gotten, is from a game called Genital Jousting.
Nice.
That's number 1 on my list. If you don't know what Genital Jousting is, it's it's a party game where everyone is penises, and there's it's just like mini games like jousting or racing or trying to stick yourself in other people or like collecting pills to make yourself bigger. it's
Oh
it's
man.
I know it sounds horrible. I played it, so it's gonna all make sense when I get there. The achievement I got is called Couch Party, which requires having enough friends and controllers to play 8-player match, and I accomplished that at my bachelor party. That's the only time I played this game. Was I was like, this would be perfect for the bachelor party. So we got
For the
8
boys.
for the boys. The boys are gonna love this. And they did. It was a lot of fun. But I had it on Steam, so it was on my PC. So I had like cables and PlayStation controllers and Xbox controllers just going everywhere. I don't even know how I got 8 of them all plugged in at the same time, but we made it work, and we did the genital jousting with maximum genitals, and apparently only
Max.
1% of people have done that.
Max genitals.
Maximum genitals.
That's cool though. Hell yeah. Like really don't like you said only 1% of players have?
Only 1%. That is my rarest achievement.
Damn, okay. That's so cool. Uh okay, so when I first played the original Dead Space, it was after I really fucked up my hand. Basically, the stupid story. So I think I might have told it before. Actually, it was the time I cut up in my hand. So my mom's house has these like old fucking windows that like you turn a crank to close them or open them. Like when you try to close them, um, there's like a latch on the side of the window that you have to like pull down
Hmm.
to lock it closed. But the latch didn't work anymore for whatever reason, so I had to like use something to like pull the window closed. Normally, like a normal not stupid person would use like a butter knife or anything other than a pair of scissors, but here I am with a pair of scissors closing this fucking window, and they slipped and they cut my hand right open. You can see the bone and everything. It was nuts.
Oh,
But
ooh, I
yeah,
don't
for the
like that.
next yeah, it's gross. And like for the next 6 months, I think I had a cast and then a brace. But even
How
with the
how old were you when that happened?
I think I think 18, 18 or 19.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I have no memory of that, but that that makes sense then.
Yeah, and yeah, even with the cast and the brace, I was still able to play games because it's like, well, what the fuck else am I supposed to do in
Yeah.
Chatsworth, Iowa? and and so yeah, I luckily I had gone to GameStop before all of that. I had Dead Space and I picked out like a bunch of other games, and yeah, I played through Dead Space and I 100% in the whole goddamn game, even with the brace on my hand. I 100%
Wow.
got every achievement for that game. Like I beat it
That's like an
on.
extra hard mode.
Yeah, it was there. There was an achievement for beating it with just the plasma cutter. There's one for, of course, like the hardest difficulty, and there's a bunch of other more difficult ones. But yeah, that was I'm proud of that one. Hell yeah,
Nice. Even a spooky game too.
yeah. It gets
Um,
less spooky like the fifth time around. I had to
oh,
play through
I'm
that game
sure.
5 times.
Yeah.
No, four.
Um, it's funny that one of our wonderful, beautiful listeners mentioned Rocket League because that was on one of those. I have something Rocket League related on my list too. Um, it's another achievement that only 3% of people have,
Ooh,
and it's called Winning is Winning, which is did you know that Rocket League has a season mode that's completely offline where you just play with uh, CPU allies against CPU enemies, and it's like a full season and then a playoffs and a championship?
I didn't, but
It does. It
that's
does.
cool.
There's an achievement for winning the season championship using the Dominus car in every game. So I just set it to the easiest difficulty and just like spent an afternoon grinding away these boring ass games because on the easiest difficulty they're basically just driving around without jumping or anything. So I just like score a couple goals and then drive around for a bit. It was mind numbing, but I was like, I have to get the achievement. I can't just not get the achievement. It just took so long, and I finally got it, and I was like, was it worth it? But only 3% of people have done it, so I'm special.
That's worth it. So for Elder Scrolls Oblivion, I got every achievement in that game as well too, including like all the
Holy
DLC
cow.
shit. But there was a time where I think I had like maybe one or two achievements left for one of the DLCs, and I screwed it all up because I didn't like. It's one of those ones where if you save before you pick something, you can just you save scum it, load your save, go back and do the other option or whatever the hell. And I didn't save before that, screwed myself over, and I was like, nope, not doing it. I'm forever forever stuck needing those last 2 achievements. God damn it, forget
No.
about it. And
No.
but no, eventually I did. I think it was like maybe 2 years later. I was tired of seeing like those last 2 just sitting there, so I started a brand
Hmm.
new playthrough of the game. And like 25 hours later, I finally got those last 2 achievements. And it was
I
what,
bet you
Duke
felt great.
Mania? Yeah, Duke Mania Shivering Isles. Whatever that
That's
is.
cool. No memories of it.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about the first Oxenfree game and an achievement I got in it because I think that it's both difficult and clever. Um, One thing to know about Oxenfree is it has a really interesting uh, conversation system. Um, Most video games that you think of are like Mass Effect or Fallout, where a person says something and then you have like a big set of dialogue options that you can choose, and you can just be like, should I pick this, should I pick this? If you don't say anything, everyone just stares blankly at each other for seconds at a time, not moving, which is like one of my favorite things. um, but in Oxenfree, people will talk, and your opportunities to like it'll pop up 3 options for what to say, but you can also like not say anything and the options will just fade away. And you have the options to like interrupt people in what they're saying, or like wait and let them say something and then say something. It feels like actual conversation
Mhm.
in a cool way. It's a really neat system. But one of the achievements is to play through the entire game without saying a single word, without picking any
Oh,
dialogue options,
oh
which is
shit.
which is so fun because like the whole thing is like we made this really cool conversation system that you could do all these things, and they're like, but you get an achievement for not using it ever. And the characters totally react like, I asked you a question, are you gonna say anything, or like what should we do?
You're
Well, I'm
just
gonna head this way.
your shoulders like, oh.
Yeah, it's great, it's great. And that was a lot of fun to do, to play through the entire game without talking.
Oh shit. Um, I'm really okay. No, here's one that's not like actually an achievement, but um, back in high school,
Back in high school.
yeah, I didn't do anything, didn't go anywhere. I stayed at home and played video games. And as sad as that sounds, it was pretty cool because I am
Yeah.
100% in Kingdom Hearts 2. I even beat Sephiroth, but I remember just grinding one specific area until I hit like max level with every single drive form or whatever, and then went and fought Sephiroth and beat his ass, and that was cool. Done.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You, you and other people are mentioning games that have been 100%ed. Speaking of, you're all talking about like 100%ing games, and I'm trying to think of games that I have actually 100%ed. Well, what does that mean to you, 100%ing a game? Is it like getting the platinum trophy, or is it like clearing? Is it like your own personal thing of like I cleared all this stuff, so that's 100%?
Yeah, like doing everything that there is to do in a game.
Okay. Do you want to know the first game that I actually remember 100%ing?
Yes, yes.
It was Corvette for the Game Boy Color or Game
Oh
Boy Advance.
no.
That was the first game that I 100%ed, Aaron. Um,
How?
because I was a kid in Minnesota with nothing else to do,
Oh yeah.
and I remember the one mission that gave me the most trouble, which at the time when I was a little kid, I was like, this is the most clever thing that has ever existed in video games. There were like obviously sections where you drive and you have to not hit the cones, so it makes the tracks a little different because you have to dodge the cones. And
Mm.
then there was one that was like, okay, now hit all the cones, and I was like, oh, that's so clever. And I did it. I beat all the times that I needed to. I beat all the tracks, and I got 100% on Corvette for Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Fuck those cones. Get out of here,
Them
cones.
codes. Oh, what has there been a game that you've actually like? Some people we even saw in the Discord things where like they finished the whatever they were doing, like all the question marks or the 100% or whatever, and they're like, what a waste of time. Is there any game that you like went through to 100% and you just enjoyed it all the way through?
Oh, that's probably Borderlands 2. I got
Hmm.
every achievement for that on the 360, and that was actually worth it. BioShock, maybe I got every achievement in BioShock. That's about it. There's a lot of
I
really stupid games. Like, hang on, let me read you off the games I've got every achievement for on Xbox. Give me one sec here. Okay, here we go. The Darkness 2, Prototype 2, Need for Speed Most
Darkness
Wanted,
2.
Batman Arkham Asylum, Assassin's Creed 2, Sonic and Sega Racing, Fable Anniversary, South Park: The Stick of Truth, Dead Space. Oh, Child of Light. Child of Light was fun. Valiant Hearts, Tales from the Borderlands, The Dear God, Numa Breath of Life. That sucked. Level 22. That sucked. Whispering Willows, Max the Curse of Brotherhood, Costume Quest 2. Quiplash is like the easiest
A
1,000 gamer
Quiplash?
score.
How do you
Yeah.
100% Quiplash? It's a party game.
There's only 10 achievements and they're so easy to get.
What the heck?
Night Squad, Life is Strange, Yu-Gi-Oh, BioShock, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Borderlands 2, and that's it.
Nice. Um,
Yes.
on a different note, I remember I was going to 100% Red Dead Redemption the first time I was playing it. Like I was gonna go through all the question marks to get him, and one guy was like, "I'm building a flying machine, but I need more beaver pelts." And
What the fuck?
so I went and got him the beaver pelts, and I went back to him and was going to like go. I didn't know if I don't remember what I was trying to do, but what I did do was pull out my gun and aim it at him accidentally, and he started screaming and running away, and I couldn't complete the side mission anymore. And I waited days for him to come back, and he wouldn't come back, and so I was like, I can't do it now. I
Whoops.
was so mad.
Could you not reload a save or anything?
I don't remember. I think it
Oh,
auto saves.
fuck, that
No, because you
sucks.
save when you go to bed. I don't know. I didn't do it. Whatever I needed to do, I didn't do.
Are there any achievements that you have that were just a pain in the ass to get?
Probably. Let's.
There's a bunch I did for Rise Son of Rome because I used to be a big achievement junkie back in the day.
Yeah,
Um,
everyone was. We all were.
oh my god. So there's one yeah, Rise Son of Rome. There's one called Marketer. It's get in combat with all executions and upgrades purchased. And that was a big pain in the ass because I had to fucking grind multiplayer matches for money and like buy all the upgrades or whatever, and that sucked ass. And then there's another one that kind of goes with it. It's called True Blood. Perform 1,000 executions in multiplayer. Fuck that. That was so
Those
awful.
multiplayer ones were always the worst.
Fuck, what a
That was like such a sin back in the day. If you're a younger person, I don't think you will ever like appreciate just how big of a deal achievements were back in the day.
oh
They
yeah.
were like everything. Like that was almost more important than the game was like how many achievement score you could get and like
Hmm.
how easy they were to get.
Yeah, there were a lot of I used to have a friend on Xbox Live who would get every achievement in like just the stupidest games like Hannah Montana or like
Yeah.
I don't even remember like Adventures of Tintin or some shit.
I
Oh
remember
man.
one I didn't do because it was too difficult was in The Witness, um, which is a game about drawing lines all over the place.
Mhm.
And there was one section where it was like in a tunnel, and at the other side of the tunnel was a movie screen. And as you're drawing a line on one side of the tunnel, it stops at the movie screen, and you have to go and play a movie and wait something like 45 minutes for
Ew.
the movie to have a line that goes across to the other side of the tunnel so that you could keep going. And I was like, I'm not doing that.
Fuck that, dude. Any any achievement where it had like say like a good example is Left 4 Dead 2 where it's like collect 100 gas cans and scavenge or like scavenge, my bad, or cause 25 gas can drops or like anything that has like collect this or drop this many that like those fuck those. I hate those. I
Man,
grinded out too many of those and ugh.
the one that I did actually do all of it, which was a pain, a total pain that I just remembered. I know you asked this like 3 minutes ago, but I'm going to answer it now. It was collecting all the feathers in Assassin's Creed 2,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yep.
because as you're playing, like, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, collect 5 feathers for your brother, and then you do it. They're just scattered on rooftops and stuff. And then, does he die, the brother?
I don't
It's been
remember.
so long.
I haven't played that game in like
I'm
a
trying to
decade or
remember what the
more.
motivation was. And then the game was like, yeah, there's 100 of these feathers just scattered around. You should do it to get a cool thing. And so I played through the whole game and collected every feather that I saw, but by the time I was done, I didn't have them all. So I got a guide, but they're not like marked on the map which ones you've completed or haven't completed. So you just have to go through all of them, even to the ones that you've already gotten, just to make sure that you don't miss them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was horrible, and I
that's
did it,
gross.
and I did it. And do you want to know what you get?
What?
You get a new cape.
Cool.
It doesn't do anything. It's just a cape.
There were a bunch in South Park: The Stick of Truth that were
Oh man.
like there's those like collectathon motherfucking achievements. Oh, like there was there's one for like collecting all the Chin Pokemon in Stick of Truth, getting all the costume pieces, fucking making everybody your friend on Facebook or whatever the app thing was on
Yeah,
there.
they just called it Facebook. They didn't care.
Yeah, that was
I
a pain in the ass to 100%.
This isn't what this episode's about, but I tried playing the Stick of Truth and I got like literally stuck at a place and I didn't know how to progress forward. And I'm not a dumb video game man. I've played video games and I tried everything and couldn't figure out how to. It felt like I was stuck and like I could not figure out how to progress. It was in an alien ship or something. I don't remember, but I
Mm,
gave up at that point because I couldn't figure out what the heck to do.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, what else is there? Finding all the silver keys in Fable, that was also awful. Man, I know I did a lot of shit in like Gears of War that were like super grindy, like beating all waves of Horde on like certain maps and then shit like that. And that
Oh man,
sometimes those are
horde
just
mode.
so sometimes they were so fucking boring because you just had to like cheese the system and just
Yeah,
chill until
that's
they.
that's what a friend and I did that in Modern Warfare 2, the original one. They had a horde mode or whatever, so we found the best strategy was to find a specific truck in the area and lay
Yep.
down underneath it and just shoot enemies as they funneled into you, or throw grenades as a last resort. You'd be right next to each other so you could revive the other one if they accidentally go down, and then just strategically running for more supplies when you know that there's less enemies. We had it like down to a science.
Oh
And that was
shit!
fun to us, just laying under that truck for hours at a time.
Like it'll all pay off soon. It'll be worth it for the achievements.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, what else?
I've got a good one, but should we do an ad break first?
Oh shit! Yeah, it's been through. Yeah, we can do an ad break.
Okay, let's do it. We'll be right back, everyone.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Superpod Saga is brought to you today by our superstar patrons, a novel console, Jared, Jameson, and Adam. You're all as attractive and awesome as you are generous and gracious. Your support means the world to Tommy and I, and of course, you're all number one. And we'll continue to pray to your names every single morning, noon, and night. Thank you all. We love you. It's really important to stay hydrated. They say to drink 8 to 10 cups of water per day to stay properly hydrated, but sometimes that can be difficult to do and completely inconvenient, and most of us don't feel like carrying a gallon of water with us at all times. That's where Liquid IV comes in. Liquid IV is the category-winning hydration brand fueling your well-being, and their hydration multiplier is the one product you're missing in your daily routine. In just one stick, you get 5 essential vitamins and 2 times faster hydration than water alone. Use it first thing in the morning, before a workout, when you feel run down, after a long night out, or on long flights. Man, in Iowa, the summers can be brutal. 90 degrees and tons of humidity, and that just saps the energy and water right out of your system within just a few minutes. Luckily, Liquid IV hydrates 2 times faster than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. It's very important to replace those electrolytes, And I just love how quick and easy it is to use Liquid IV. You just get one packet and a bottle of water, and you just pour that packet into the bottle of water, shake the heck out of it, and bam, you are good to go. Since using Liquid IV, I felt way more alert, active, and just plain better versus drinking water alone. My favorite flavors to go to are the Yuzu Pineapple Energy Multiplier and the Tropical Punch Hydration Multiplier. I can't get enough of those ones. And what makes them even better is, like I mentioned earlier, they're packed with 5 essential vitamins like B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. And again, 3 times the electrolytes of traditional sports drinks. And they're non-GMO and free from gluten, dairy, and soy, which is just great. So you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code SUPERPODSAGA at checkout. That's 20% off anything when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code SUPERPODSAGA, SUPERPODSAGA at liquidiv.com. You have a great one, superstars. Hey superstars, are you a coffee addict looking for your next big caffeine fix? Or are you just tired of all the normal boring coffee options out there now? Well, you need to check out Bones Coffee. Bones Coffee has lots of different varieties of coffee flavors. They've got things like red velvet, cookies and cream, s'mores. They've got one that's called Jamaican Me Crazy that's really good. It's like caramel vanilla rum kind of thing. But they also have just your usual, salted caramel and French vanilla and all that stuff. They even have decaf and what's called high voltage, which is just extra strength, and they've also got espresso. They've got all sorts of cool stuff. Plus, if you use coupon code SUPERPODSAGA at checkout, you'll get 20% off of your order. And again, that's SUPERPODSAGA at checkout to get 20% off. You can also follow the link in our episode description. And yeah, why not use that one-time coupon code? Like I said, 20% off. It's great. Head over to bonescoffee.com. Get yourself some coffee, some cool gear like mugs or French press kits, stuff like that. Check it out. Okay, bye. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, does your shit
Yes, it does.
Do your pants sometimes not fit?
All the time. I have weird shaped legs.
like how weirdly shaped?
I have very thick thighs and very thick calves, but I'm not a thick person. So if I get pants that fit my waist, the calves are way too tight. But if I get things that fit my calves, then the top is way too loose.
Right on. Hey, Tommy, have you tried rope?
No. What do you mean?
just tie a rope around your waist, and those pants will stay on until you take the rope off. You could even use an extension cord if you wanted to, or I don't know, the USB cable, something like that.
Do you have Christmas tree lights? Because I'd like to get festive with it.
Yeah, you bet we do. Let me dig through this box here real quick. Can you hear me digging through all this shit?
Yeah,
I'm digging through a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we have.
Sounds like a lot of rope.
Yeah, it's entirely too much rope. Hey, that's the name of the company. Entirely too much rope.
Entirely too much rope. You tie it around your waist, and there's still 20 feet trailing behind you.
Oh man! And you know what? Hey, we lace shoes with rope too. You just cut off a little piece right here, dig them through the lace holes, and lace them up, and you're good.
Yeah, you'll never need to go to your drug dealer to lace your shoes because whatever they lace it with, you'll be tripping for days.
Belts, forget about it. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Belts, forget about them. The belts cost money. You know what doesn't cost money? Rope you find at the dump. Just find some loose pieces of rope or old extension cords, or just take out your Swiss Army knife and cut the cord off like an old TV, and bam, that's your belt there.
Yeah, this isn't a company offering us money. We just want to tell you guys that there is rope out there right now in dumpsters, and you can just take it. No one will stop you.
That's right. It's free. It's your rope. All you gotta do is go get it.
I've been doing this for weeks. I have so much rope. I've never been happier.
You just got this surplus rope in your garage. It's just filled to the windows with the rope.
My neighbors are like, "Where'd you get all that rope?" And I'm like, "Just the dumpsters. You just go take it." And they're like, "What? There's free rope?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
So if you need rope, please hit up Tommy because his whole family is very concerned about his rope hoarding.
They'll never take my rope. It's mine.
Oh shit! Please help us. Please help Tommy. He's in dire need. He's got a real problem. He needs help.
This all started with my pants not fitting.
Thanks entirely too much rope.
Thanks entirely too much rope. We're back. We're back and better than ever.
We're back in black.
Back in. Oh. Hey, Aaron, remember Guitar Hero?
I do.
I do too. That was I got the giggles. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Guitar Hero 3 was my favorite Guitar Hero because I loved all the songs, and it had like the perfect difficulty in songs. It wasn't like overly difficult for no reason. It just struck that perfect balance. But the one song that I could never ever beat was Through the Fire and Flames by Dragon Force.
Oh yeah.
That's a super hard song. It's like even just getting through the intro is nearly impossible if you're not good like me. But I played Guitar Hero like religiously when it came out in high school, and then I brought it with me to college. And like I didn't have a lot of friends freshman year, so I just spent a lot of time playing Guitar Hero. And I was like, I'm gonna set a goal of beating Through the Fire and Flames. So I would practice it like 20 minutes a day, because if you go too far, your fingers will get tired and you can't press it enough. And then one day, when I was standing alone in my dorm room, I beat Through the Fire and Flames, and I was like, yes. I posted on Facebook about it,
Yes.
and someone commented old news, and I was like, dude, come on.
I'll kick their fucking ass.
And yeah, I never beat it again. That is the only time I've actually beaten that song, was that one time. It was the perfect storm of my fingers just moving really fast in perfect timing.
That sounds like a lot. Holy shit. I've never even come close to beating that song ever. But you know what I did beat?
What?
Getting every bobblehead in Fallout 3.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa, how?
That was pretty cool because there was one that I was stuck on for the longest time because it was, I think I have to look it up exactly where it was, but there was one that was in like a Deathclaw den, and we all know Deathclaws. But no, I just chucked a shit ton of mines and like grenades and shit in there, and then I would like peek in, see if there's any more, and I would run out and like drop mines behind me, and then just keep doing that. And I had I had max agility, so I could just run backwards and drop mines at anybody that was chasing me, and that was pretty fun. Thanks Fallout 3.
Thanks, Fallout 3. Hopefully, I'm really hopeful that we get those kinds of the adventures in Starfield. I'm nervous, I'm hesitant, but just imagine it.
Yeah, I'm also incredibly nervous. I think I don't want to say Bethesda's never done us wrong, but like they have a good track record of good games.
Yeah, and but they also have a good track record of iterating on their past games to improve them. Some people might disagree on what improvements mean, but like going with a new thing and making it so big in space is scary.
That's true. Yeah, space is scary. Space is cool, but it's scary.
I love space.
Damn space, you scary.
I'm going to go to space someday. I have not given up on that dream.
That's right. We gotta set up that get Tommy to Space fund again.
Send Tommy to space.
It'll be just like that one documentary of that dude who was like building rockets in his backyard so he can go to. No, he was trying to prove flat Earth or something. But
I've heard about that, and that's really funny to me that they were like, here, just take as much money as you want to do your experiment and prove that the Earth is flat, and they couldn't.
They prove the exact opposite, like time and time again. Be like, wait, we just need a new rocket. Just need a new rocket, new trajectory.
Amazing. A game that, man, they need to. Let me make sure they haven't remade it yet before I say something stupid and then everyone yells at me.
I mean, I'll edit that out. It's all good.
No, it's reportedly in development, but nothing official. Um, Infamous 1 and 2. I really, really, really fell in love with those games back on the PlayStation 3, and Infamous 1 specifically was the one where I like cleared up all the areas because you unlock an area and then it's got like all the little stuff to do, and I went and did all that stuff on every part of the island. I was so powerful, and it was they did it in a really cool way where the last area you unlock also has like the hardest navigation challenge, like climbing stuff, jumping stuff. It's not really
Mhm.
platforming, but it's just like kind of puzzle solving how to get to the top of the buildings and mountains and or not mountains, buildings and things. And so it was like a real cool like you've done all the work to learn how to do it, now like put everything to the test in this final challenge. It's totally optional. You could totally just play through the game without it, but it felt like a nice thing to those people who were going through to do everything, to be like, here's one last final challenge for to get the 100%.
Nice.
So
There's
cool.
there was we talked about like grindy achievements earlier. There's one like really fucking stupid one for Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. It's dealt 50k in reflective damage, and reflective damage is just when it's just when when a monster attacks the position monster, and like their attack is lower, so your opponent takes the difference between the attack and defense and all that stupid shit. Anyway, I built like the cheesiest fucking deck because there's like a field spell that makes it so any reflective damage your opponent takes is doubled. So I just made a super cheesy deck and fought a bunch of CPU enemies, and I was like, yeah, and I was playing cards on the TV, like, yeah, damage, and then the achievement popped, and I was like, yeah, that's my story.
Nice. I have a fun one. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
uh so the Stanley Parable, which is a top 5 video game of all time, has some really fun achievements. One of them is called click on door 435 times,
Damn.
because he's in an office, so there's like door numbers. And so if you go to door 430 and click on it 5 times, the narrator will block you from getting the achievement. Like, it starts coming up and then he pulls it away, and he's like, you can't earn it from 5 measly clicks, do it 20 times. And you click it 20 times, he's like, click it 50 times. And then he's like, he says that he doesn't feel like that's what a true achievement would have, so he encourages you to go to door 417 and click it 20 times, go to door 437 and click it 3 times, go to door 415 and click it 10 times, go back to door 437, go find a copy machine and click it, go back to door 417, climb on employee 419's desk, at which point the narrator becomes very excited because he's feeling it, and he tells you to click on door 416, then go back to the copy machine, and then click on door 435 times, and then you get the achievement.
Wow, I'm lost, but nice. Jesus Christ.
there's also there's one called Commitment, where you play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. So
What
you
the
have to start
fuck?
you have to start just before midnight and then leave it running until after midnight on Wednesday. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
The entirety of a Tuesday.
And then there's of course the probably the most famous one, which is don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. So you have to you have to play it and then not play it for 5 years, and then you'll get the achievement when you go back in.
Holy shit. Right on. my
In the Ultra Deluxe edition, they doubled it to 10 years.
holy fuck. How much are Steam achievements worth, like a certain number of score, or you just get the
No,
achievement and that's it?
you just get the achievement.
Cool.
The earliest date that this achievement can be obtained by normal means, not having gotten the game before release and not cheating, will be April 27th, 2032.
Holy shit.
You can also just change your PC date, but that's cheating.
That is cheating. Have you ever played Costume Quest 2?
No, I've seen it on Game Pass though.
It's pretty fun. It's oh man, so it's turn-based RPG. It's set on like Halloween night, and the kids in your party, you can give them different costumes, which of course change their appearance and give them different attacks and abilities in battle. And so they have like a robot, a witch, a werewolf. There's like a bunch of shit, but one of the one of the costumes is a piece of candy corn, which just turns them into a giant piece of candy corn, and they can do nothing. They can't attack. They have no abilities. Like when it's
I
their
would eat
turn, when it's their turn, they just say a goofy fucking quote like candy corn does nothing, or like candy corn does some calculations, or candy corn cam, or something stupid. But there is an achievement in Costume Quest 2. It's called like hardcorn mode, and it's finish the game having fought every battle with candy corn in your party.
Oh,
And
that's so fun.
only 1.84% of gamers unlocked it, and I'm one of them. Tommy, you're
Wow.
speaking to royalty because I
Holy
used candy
cow.
corn.
Was that something that you saw it and were like, I have to do this?
Yeah, most of the achievements were super easy, and I thought, hey, I can do that. And it was kind of a little bit tough. Like the game's kind of easy, but like there are some battles where like having that third character would have really helped. But whatever, I did it anyway.
A video game that I'm like I said, I didn't have an Xbox until this Xbox Series X, so like looking through all mine is kind of like it's all newer games. But one game that jumped out at me, which for good and bad reasons, is Tinykin. I have 97% of the achievements in that one,
Oh
and I
man,
don't think I will ever get 100%. Um, because the last one is to collect all the Tinykin in the game, which I don't know. How does Pikmin work with collecting Pikmin? Are they like set in a level? Like, can you collect all of them in a level?
no, you plant Pikmin. Like
Oh,
you'll
okay. So
find pellets on the ground, and you can like throw a Pikmin at it, and they'll carry it back to the onion, and then the onion will like poop out a seed, and you pick the Pikmin sprout out of the ground, and it follows you around.
okay, so totally different.
Yes.
in in Tinykin, they're just like little buds on the ground, like little caterpillar eggs on a leaf. There's like little buds on the ground. You can go and pick them up. But the game doesn't have any tracker for any of the levels for how many you've picked up, how many you haven't picked up. So there's no like telling how many I've gotten in each stage. I don't know if I've gotten them all or if I haven't gotten them all. So it's like impossible. I'm not going to just like blindly run through the area and just scour it, you know? And I don't think a guide would help either because it'd be like the Assassin's Creed Feather thing all over again.
Ugh, yeah.
So I'm just going to be forever at 97% with that one.
Yeah, forget that. Fudge that.
Fudge it.
Fudge it. Here's another, I guess, one that's rare, I guess. So the Deer God, it was a game with gold forever ago, and it's this game where you just run around as a deer, and it's all pixely and it looks cool, but it's just a weird game. But the achievement, Deer Boss, where you beat all bosses, only 0.21% of gamers unlocked it, and yeah,
Whoa.
I unfortunately got it, and it was a big pain in the ass because there was I think it was like the beaver boss. You have to run. I think it's like 100 kilometers or something in the game before you can come across it sometimes, and that's a lot of running in the game. Like I would just let it fucking. I rubber banded my left stick onto the controller, so I would just run for like a really long time. And hey, same with there's one in Darksiders where I did the same thing too, where you have to like run a certain number of kilometers on your horse or something stupid. So I just rubber band my control stick down. Yeah, and I did it.
I, I hate like thinking back on how stupid it was, but also like just to think that we had the time to be able to do that. I miss
I,
that.
I know that the
I miss
same.
seeing that. It'd be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna ride this horse in a circle for an hour.
There was a lot of there was one. Well, I guess this isn't an achievement, but like in Oblivion, and I guess like Elder Scrolls games before Skyrim, whenever you like basically like your agility would level up as you ran, or like your physique would level up as you attacked or something, I forget, but like you could max out your agility like right at the beginning of the game if you just ran constantly, like nonstop. Or you could like run into a wall, I think, too. So you could like turn so your dude is like facing a corner and then just rubber band your control stick down so he's constantly running into that wall, and you can max out your agility, or like you can max out your sneak by doing the same thing. Just as long as there's nobody
No,
around there to see you. Yeah.
that's just like real life. If you just run into a wall for hours at a time, you'll be super fast.
Or you could max out your acrobatics by just jumping everywhere.
Yeah, amazing. Um, Another broken one that I just thought of was in my gosh, what's it called? What's the game called, Aaron? Saints Row. Saints Row 2.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I've ever had as much fun in a video game, like joyful fun, as I have in Saints Row 2. Um, or was it 3? It was
3
3.
was really good.
Saints Row 3. Yeah, it was 3. Saints Row 2 was still trying to like be like GTA in a way. No, Saints Row 3. And I did the whole campaign. I unlocked all the like did all the areas and stuff, and then I was like, well, now I got to do the achievements. And one of them was something like surviving a certain amount of time with max wanted level or something. I don't remember what it was specifically, but since I had everything upgraded, I was just way too powerful and like way too many timers on things. Like I couldn't actually everyone would die too quickly, or like they wouldn't uh like come after me because I had something negating them coming after me or something. I couldn't get it. I had to like look it up online, and everyone was like, "Yeah, you have to get this earlier in the game or else it's basically impossible." I was like, "Oh
Holy
shoot."
fuck, dude. the There's a couple in Sonic and Sega Racing that I remember putting a lot of time into, and kind of regret, but not really, because I love kart racers. But there's one for completing every race, or no, what was it? Win every Grand Prix Cup. So like,
Mm.
Jesus, sorry, coming in first in every race in a Grand Prix Cup, and then there was a couple of I think in it's Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed. I only need one more achievement, and it's for beating a what is it? Beating a let me find it really quick. Yeah, beat all the staff ghosts in time attack, and that's impossible. Like I consider myself pretty good at kart racers, but I cannot beat those staff ghosts. It's insane. They're so
Yeah. Yeah. I they have those in Trackmania too. They're called author medals, where it's the person who designed the course and it's their best time. And I'm like, how am I supposed to beat your time when you you literally made the track?
you know the game inside and out, sir.
Do you want to know a game had a time trial mode that might surprise you?
What?
Crash Bandicoot 3.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a after you beat a level, you would do it on time trial mode, where some of the time would be counting up from 0. It wasn't like counting down. You had to beat in a certain amount of time, but it was counting up from 0. And some of the crates had like a 1, 2, 3, or 4 on it, and when you broke them, it would pause the clock for 1 to 4 seconds. And so you had to go through the level as fast as you can while also hitting the boxes. And it was like such an integral thing that one of the last abilities you unlock is sprinting for Crash Bandicoot, which makes obviously
What
the
the fuck?
which makes the time
Sprinting?
trial things much easier to do when you can actually sprint through the levels.
That I don't know how this unlocked a little memory for me. Back I think it was before I met my wife. I was pretty broke a lot.
Hmm.
Whenever I
Hmm.
got rewards points, like enough to buy like a new game, I would blow it on some dumb like indie game and try to 100% it. I would just put like 5 hours into it, trying to 100% it. But there's this one little game called Ultratron, and it's like a little bullet hell kind of game that was actually pretty fun. And there's one achievement for beat a level without firing a single shot,
What?
and that was cool because you just let your
That's
pet
fun.
kill everything.
I did that too in college. Some what are they called? Like student groups or whatever would ask for surveys, and they would give you money on Amazon, and so I just do a ton of those to buy video games.
How much did you get?
Like $10 per survey. It was
Oh
great.
my god, that is great. Damn.
Yeah, yeah, that was more than I was making at the working for the newspaper.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Surprise. They don't pay journalists very well.
God damn it.
One of my greatest achievements that isn't an achievement was maybe greatest isn't the best word, but when I had Pokemon Gold as a kid and infinite time during the summer, I just grinded my two favorite Pokemon, Tyranitar and Meganium, to get to level 100,
Mm-hmm.
which required me going into Mount Silver, entering the cave, and just walking left and right over and over and over again, battling everything until I ran out of moves, going to the Pokemon Center and repeating it over and over and over again until
I
I
did
got
that
them
same
both to
shit.
level 100.
Yep. And oh man, I just had this in my brain. What was I fucking going to say? Oh yeah, Golden Sun. I I had like a strategy guide for it, so I learned the game really well, and then I decided, hey, I'm gonna try to speed run this game. And I don't remember what, like I knew the game pretty well back in the day, but I couldn't. Yeah, I used to know like where every djinn was and where like all the best weapons and shit were, but sadly I've forgotten everything.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
You're going to have to remove that from your resume.
I know, I'm gonna have to take that off of there. Could you tell me where all the Venus djinn are right now to this very day, Aaron?
Right now?
Fuck. Do you have an
Because
eraser?
it says here,
Do
you know where every one of them is.
you
We're
have a
looking for exactly that for this next project.
do you have a scented eraser, sir? It needs to be a scented eraser, otherwise I won't use it. I wish they still made those.
I'm sure they do. Do you remember book covers?
Yes.
Do kids use those still?
I don't know. Well,
Well, I guess do they still have textbooks?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, because that was like a
Like,
huge thing in our school. They're like, you need to have a book cover on here, or else you're going to fail the class.
I can go ask Cheyenne real quick.
Yeah, I gotta know.
Okay, Tommy, ask her.
Hey, are book covers still a thing for textbooks? Okay, I guess, and also are textbooks still a thing?
We some classes still have textbooks, but there
Oh
are
my
not
gosh.
book covers.
Oh, I'm
What do
ancient.
they do then?
So we have these like disposable type workbooks that they work in.
Oh,
Otherwise the teachers teach on the board, and I'm pretty sure the high school is all digital now.
what the fuck?
Oh my gosh. I'm
Yeah.
That's
crumbling to
crazy.
dust.
I hate it.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
I mean, it's probably better
is
because you get
stupid.
more up-to-date stuff than textbooks that are 5 years old, but
Oh.
But you gotta feel the knowledge, man.
yeah,
you gotta feel how heavy
yeah.
that fucker is.
Yeah.
You gotta push the pages in your eyes.
Yeah.
No, in our school, they were like, you need to have book covers on here or you're failing the class, and they would
Pretty
like
much.
hold you. They would hold you after to like make your book covers out of paper bags or
Yeah.
Yep.
like that.
Remember that? Jesus Christ.
Then you write those S's all over them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cool S's everywhere.
Yeah. Especially in the science textbook.
Science.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you remember when we discovered that the fabric book covers could be used to slide across the floor when you put them on your shoes?
Oh my god,
Yours
yeah.
is what?
That was the best.
When you could put those like the nylon book covers, put them on
Yeah.
your shoes, and you could slide on the floor.
I never did that.
It was cool.
Oh my
It
Hell yeah.
it works perfectly. It's like they were designed for it.
Except they probably were. Same with like so me and Joey in algebra, we would this isn't related to this at all, but it's just a dumb school thing. We would stick staples through little bits of eraser and then just chuck them on those like styrofoam ceiling tiles and just get them stuck up there.
Yeah. Or you could throw pencils up there and they get stuck and fall down
Mhm.
someday.
Mhm.
Probably kill someone.
Oh yeah, yep. That school was it was barely held together.
Yeah, it was. Good times.
Good
Education.
times. That's it for my achievements. So
Same. I was trying to think if I had any more, and I realized I haven't really achieved a lot in video games. So it's interesting that I picked this topic. Yeah, we did good. I think our Discord fans are definitely way cooler than us.
yeah, they are. Thanks,
Way
fans.
cooler. Thanks, fans.
Thank you.
Where can if people want more Super Pod Saga pumped into their veins, where do they go?
They can rope their pants to themselves real tight, and then rope their
Yes.
shoes real tight to their feet, and then
Yes.
why not make some cool rope bracelets, tie that all nice and tight,
Yes.
and then walk on down the street to superpodsaga.com. Previous episodes, blog, merch, social media, support page, Patreon money, rope, superpodsaga.com.
Rope. We need to add a tab that just says rope, and then
It's just
it just loads a picture of
JPEG
rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we talking about next week, Aaron?
Next week, we should talk about like underrated games, like games that.
Where did this idea come from?
I don't know. Yeah, games that that we love that other people frown upon, or games that got like poop reviews. But I'm excited for that one.
Good. I like this. This is gonna be good. I'm gonna talk about Red Dead Redemption. Just kidding.
How good was Skyrim? How good was the iOS port of Skyrim?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, look forward to that. Look forward to us talking about more video games. Thank you for listening to us talk about video games today, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are. Thank you. We love you. Bye.
Yeah, bye.